started here. But we'll see. Hopefully we can put on a good show here. So we're actually 5 seconds away from the world record. And we'll coordinate. So the first stage is pretty easy. You basically want grenades. We probably won't get them.
Nope.
Never do. But if you go fast enough, there is grenade drops. Shotgun. See?
Of course. I mean, if you go too fast, it's not really a good thing either. So there needs to be a little bit of balance there, I think.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, let's not forget this stage.
Yeah. So it's really kind of like the mercy of RNG sometimes, the time saves in the first stage, because you really need 2 grenade drops at the very end of the stage for the boss. This is actually a cool speedrun, only in the sense that every single time that you kill an enemy, you can see where it says time. It actually removes like 1 second off the clock. So you're rewarded for going fast and killing things fast, but at the same time, you want enemies to sometimes shoot, because that gauge that's kind of like green at the bottom fills up based on how many shots that you do. There's also this lasso thing like that, which temporarily stuns enemies. Later on in the run, there's a crab, which sucks, and the boss kill requires like 7 or 8 frame perfect almost lassos. So no pressure, right? We'll try to nail that for you guys. And in terms of like the actual route, it's really cool because you get limited amount of bombs. Like you don't get a gratuitous amount of bombs or anything like that. And the bomb route is very specific, which you'll see in the next stage. You know what? We got a brain power. I forget the route and there because it's armored train and then where? I don't know if my actual splits up. I just have that timer.
I just remembered the directions of the menu actually, so like, well, we'll see.
Yeah, I guess we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Armored train is next. The route that I made is like entirely different than the world record route, so we do the stages in a different order. So this guy can move 3 different ways. You want him to kind of...
They all suck.
Yes, they do. So you want him to move like this, left and right. Ideally... Okay, I think we can kill him in time. Yep, cool.
Yep. That was actually good.
It was actually good. And in terms of the sub-weapons, G-gun is the best, then machine gun for damage output. Shotgun actually does 1 to 3 damage. It's not that good, but it's better than the base gun, which does 1. And then there's like this really bad pellet gun thing that does literally 0 for 50 shots. So we don't want to pick that up. So this is where you'll start to see how bomb management is done. As I said, I routed the bombs in a very specific way because they're very, very specific drops.
Don't forget the horse.
Yes, I always forget this enemy placement, always. And this is also where you'll start to see some of the meter management too. When we do the turrets, there's going to be a turret on the next screen. The next 2 screens actually. I have to fill up the turret in a very specific way because once the gauge fills up, you get something access to what's called the G-gun. And the G-gun is actually really cool. It basically invincibility for a long time. And it completely obliterates. It has the highest damage output in the entire game. So it's very good. Oh, the jellyfish. That's where we go next.
Yep.
I shouldn't have grabbed that. Sorry, pal. Okay. So we'll do a little bit of meter management here. Every time that turret fires, I'll absorb the bullets. So if you shoot the enemy bullets in this, you actually build up your meter. So if you watch next cycle here, you'll see it'll build up a little bit. That's the only way to build your meter, and I think that's actually a really cool part of the speedrun, is you're kind of forced between shooting enemies, and I don't even know how I picked that up, and building your meter. Luckily with the pellet gun, you can still build meter this way, so. So the next screen, actually we're gonna switch off here. She'll have to fill her gauge a little bit. Otherwise I'll actually have too much gauge for the next stage. I think the turret's busted. There we go. Okay, you can fire it. You can kill it. So the terms of the route, it's actually really cool because both of us have like a very designated role and we kind of switch off back and forth. And as I said, we're 5 seconds away from the record, so we're pretty close. This could be a record run if the crab goes well. I think the time to beat is 20:57, so we'll see how that goes. These bombs, everything gets cancelled on screen. So any ammo, any enemy projectiles or stuff like that, it gets erased. And 1 sec here, this quick kill sucks.
Yep.
Oh, dude, so perfect.
Yep, it was actually very nice.
Yeah. So that guy actually is like the most mobile guy in the entire game. He's the worst boss by far. He flies around so fast and he just zooms back and forth. So getting that is sweet. Oh yeah, bonus stages. Forced bonus stages. Okay, you know what?
Best part of the
You know what? It saves us because I can actually check really quickly where we're supposed to go. Alright, sorry guys for the Windows noise. So after bonus stage, ammunition depot. I actually rely on my splits to tell us where to go. So ammunition depot and then Desolation Canyon.
Yeah, because we have a good memory like that.
Yeah. That's the thing. Completely forgot. Yeah, so when we routed it originally, you don't see the bonus stages if you actually game over. Sorry about that. The thing is, I have alerts disabled. I don't know why that came up. But yeah, sorry. In terms of the route, game over screen gets rid of the bonus stages, but to game over you have to die at least twice or more. So it's actually pretty hard to game over twice or to kill yourself twice and save time. So it's actually faster to just sit through the bonus stages, unfortunately. There's been no way that we kind of figured that out, how to make that faster. In terms of the mini-boss, you might have to lasso him if he sucks. I'm too close. I don't think I will be, but...
The second lasso.
Yeah. That's true. So the sub-boss coming up has 3 different attacks too. He is a little bit weird because once you stun him, he can shoot the pistol or throw dynamite, but if he shoots the pistol bullets, sometimes you activate the lasso a little bit too soon. And if you lasso enemy bullets, oh shoot, if you lasso enemy bullets, it absorbs. And I don't want that meter until I get to the jellyfish, which is the next boss, to activate. And luckily this screen is like the worst screen in the entire game for building meter. There's literally nothing. It's very, very hard to build meter in this stage because all these enemies hide behind shields, and that's the only time that you'll see them shoot. Oh, cool. Grab that. In terms of actual damage, the machine gun is actually better. Even though the game says 50, we tasked this, both Kat and I, kind of back and forth and stuff. You actually get 80 shots. So the game actually gives you 80 shots, even though the counter says 50, which each shot does 4 damage. And the damage output is slightly higher. That's about 320 damage compared to 250 for the grenade gun. Because each grenade does 5, but you only get 50 ammo there, so... So hopefully meter... Actually, wait, sorry, I'm supposed to bomb first.
Yep.
I have to be careful of that thing it's gonna shoot. So the jellyfish, sometimes for some inexplicable reason we don't know, he just waits. He'll either fire and spam like crazy, or he'll wait all day to shoot. And he can wait like 9 seconds to shoot. And it looks like we got this awesome pattern where he's just gonna wait.
Yeah.
See? Look, I wasn't lying. Look at him. He's not shooting. Please, jellyfish. What? There we go. We got it. Ah. Okay. There we go. So this is the V-gun. That was like worst jellyfish pattern ever. Literally ever.
Yeah. I don't think we ever got anything remotely close to that, actually.
No.
Close, that bad, actually.
It is really bad.
You waited literally forever.
So Kat, intentionally or unintentionally, I'm not sure, died. You'll see on the next
I
one.
think I had like 100 items. So
Well, that's what I mean. Like, we actually wrote it in a death on this screen. So there's a guy that runs out and he shoots you, and you're actually supposed to very intentionally die there. And the reason is she gets 0 points. The game takes away your bonus points. And I'm sorry for the alerts. I don't know why they're going off. I had them muted. That's definitely my fault. I have them muted in OBS and deleted and stuff, but for some reason they're still going off. But in terms of the death, like every single bag, like little diamond and stuff like that you pick up in this, you get 100 at the very end of the stage. And it counts down. And every amount it counts down. I think it was like, I think we timed it. It was like every 10 is about 2 or 3 seconds lost.
Mm-hmm.
So ideally, if you can route in a death that doesn't waste any time, you can actually get rid of that countdown timer. But it's very hard to find places in this to die. One of the places obviously was the jellyfish, because we have no reason for both people to be alive if one person is V-gunning. So this guy always stops in front of these dinosaur bones. Most of the other bosses or sub-bosses, they're kind of like positional. But for whatever reason, this guy is extremely... he likes the dinosaur head. He doesn't really move. Some of these lasso throws are actually borderline frame perfect too, which is a really neat dynamic in this game. So in terms of the route, this is again a very specific boss coming up that requires 2 bombs and timing. We use the bombs to get rid of the animation again. He's got like 2 attacks. He can fire like these napalm things, and he can shoot actual fire, and it goes back and forth. But the bombs provide us with invincibility, both of us, regardless. You can grab that and be shooting the boss. Any sub weapon here, she needs to grab it because. Well, actually, I should have grabbed that. You have the bombs. Whatever. I'm still phased from the jellyfish. Yeah, ideally I should have grabbed that because she's the bomb user right now. Sometimes I have 2 bombs here. Sometimes she has 4. It depends how it went. But you'll see. We'll basically kind of stand still and follow this cannon as it becomes active. And then she'll bomb twice in a very specific way, in a very timely way. To avoid both attacks, whether the fire or this. So this quick kill is directly grabbed from the TAS. Very smart way to deal with the tank. If you manage to get like a shotgun or a grenade or something, it's such a huge time save here. But we're always at a mercy. The sub-weapon doesn't seem to drop very often there. So we have bonus stage? Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I will... You know, why probably those alerts are going off is because maybe they're active in like a different scene or something. Or
Might be.
I'm not sure.
Maybe a season series like that.
Could be. Yeah, we have another forced bonus stage, which sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, and to answer that question, by the end of the game, we will both try to charge the meter for the vegan. So both me and Dave.
Yeah, we actually routed it.
Final boss charged.
Yes, we actually routed it so both of us, in theory, should activate V-Gun on the final boss. And I appreciate that too. Somebody said that we're killing it, and this game is no joke. And that's actually true. Like, hard mode on this is actually pretty hard. It's not easy, but to be fair too, co-op makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because there's no difficulty change. There's nothing like that. like enemies don't gain more health in co-op or anything like that. It's the base game as far as I know.
Yep.
But I appreciate that comment. It was pretty interesting the routing that went into this. Originally when I watched the world record route, the world record's held by a guy named Star Surfer, and he is a really, really good dude. But there was a lot that I didn't agree with in his route. So I routed the bombs completely different. Like for example, he does this stage second. And this stage is where time loss will occur, possibly. The boss of this stage is terrible. As I said earlier, this is the one that has like 7 frame perfects basically. So we'll see how that goes. Normally it goes kind of poor, but the last of those are like literally frame perfect. But in our current PV, we lost like 22 seconds or something on the crab. It's amazing. And we're still 5 seconds off the record, so... Beautiful.
Okay. Yep.
We're not chickens. Normally one of us jumps or ducks. That guy has like the most health in terms of like those jumping sub-bosses in the entire game. And normally we don't stay still. Normally one of us kind of ducks out of cover. And then we...
Yeah, usually that's me.
Usually, no, she's taking the fall for me. That's me all the time. Like all the time, dude, I duck out of the way. I just leave her to fend for herself. So, it's okay. You don't have to take the fall here. I can admit the blame. So depending on the sub-weapon drop, the sub-boss on this particular screen will use a bomb or use sub-weapons. Depends what the game gives us. If there's nothing, we'll use... Actually, that's fine. It's still bomb. That's fine.
Yeah,
Actually, wait, you have grenades, sorry. Don't. I didn't realize that.
yeah, I think there would be enough.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I thought you had just the bomb and I had shotgun. So if you both have sub-weapons, before these little things shoot, you can kill them. Otherwise, we routed in a bomb to use her, which ideally... I'm gonna shut up. This is the hardest.
Yep.
Okay, like 8 frame perfects, let's go. We can do it. I believe. Ah, it's dead! No! It's so hard. The crab is the worst. So the worst part about this crab is after he hides like this, there's a fixed timer. And you can overflow the damage, so every 50 damage he takes, he hides like this. And I think we tasked him, he's got like 212 health, so it's the worst when that happens, because there's no way, you just have to wait. You have to wait in shame. Like this. Crab fight. And we practiced the crab fight like 10 out of 10, I promise you guys. But no, crab is the worst.
No, crab is special.
Yep, worst.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Literally worst. So it's high risk, high reward, the way that I routed it. If we get out of there, killing them with all the frame perfects and stuff like that, we have 2 bombs for the final boss. But
I think you can mention also the old way we used to do that with the bomb route.
yeah, my old route, we just used to use like 7 bombs on him. But we figured out, okay, after lasso.
Yeah.
We figured out it's much better to do that, so. Just gamble, I mean. High risk, high reward is a lot better than just wasting 7 bombs on the crab.
Yeah.
So this is the final stage. It's actually really hard on solo. Co-op, it's a lot easier because it's kind of like very synchronized. Like the screen is very, very similar on each side. We remember this guy? Look, yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, partner. Oh no, it's this guy. Alright, good job, partner. Anyway, that guy always kills us for some reason. He just like stays in the corner and snipes. There's a bomb. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Got it.
So if all goes well, there's a turret on the next screen that will both fill our V gauge up, and then we'll try to activate the V gun on the final boss. Wow, snipes.
Yeah, he did the rare pattern.
That's okay. I think is that my first death? I'll take that if it is.
I think so. Or maybe the second, because you died at the crab, probably.
Did I? I'm not sure. I wasn't thinking.
I don't know. Dude.
I think so. If you haven't died yet, I've died twice because our lives are displaced.
Yeah.
Alright, bomb. We might as well waste the bomb here. This guy is the worst time loss in the entire game. He's got the most health in terms of like all these blue suit guys. and he just runs around. Every 3 shots, he'll do this duck and crawl animation. And there's actually a frame perfect, almost frame perfect thing. Cat died there, but if you kill the last boss on basically before the death animation ends, he just gets up like nothing happened. So I guess really quickly too, in terms of the character differences, which I probably should have pointed out at the beginning, the girl has faster movement, she's got a better double jump, but the guy has immediate bomb usage, whereas the girl, if she uses a bomb, it takes like a second. And then on top of that too, there's like a melee attack. So if this right here, that little swinging thing, the girl takes a little bit longer, but the guy is immediate too. So in theory, I think the guy's a little bit better for the speedrun. But we like this pink dress.
Not really, actually.
Okay, I like this pink dress.
Okay.
Okay, careful with the thing, G-Gun.
Yeah.
So this is where we farm the turret. Oh!
Perfect. You have to charge it.
Okay. Okay, we'll see how it goes.
I actually don't think I've ever got here with a grenade.
Yeah, in Cat's defense, using the grenade is amazing, because you can fill up like almost 100% of your bar. You have to kill it. Shoot it. Thanks.
Okay.
I guess I could have tried to shoot one more cycle, but it's important. I think we have V-gun for this guy. This guy is the worst. There is a partial way to start this fight. You can stun him here, and then we can stun him over here. That's bad luck, though.
Yeah, very bad luck.
That's okay.
Okay.
Maybe try to last, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, beautiful. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'll carry us. There we go. Time. So what is this? 21:55. That's not bad. I mean, I'll take that, considering the crab luck and stuff.
Yeah, considering everything, actually, even the last stage.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, that's Wild Guns. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I guess there's a bit of a delay in the chat, so they don't know how the boss fight went yet. We'll just pretend it went well. So ideally the boss fight, yeah, we're both supposed to have V-gun, but that's okay. That's what normally happens to one of us. Yeah, thank you guys for having us. That was very cool. This is a very cool game. I hope more people pick it up. I'm currently one of the moderators on speedrun.com, so definitely message me if you have questions or anything like that. Oh, up next is Shaq Fu. I remember seeing that. I was like, wow. I haven't seen that game in so long. So good luck to the Shaq Fu runner.
Yeah.
That's a unique game. But... Alright, I think... are we still on for the credits? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh man, the alert noise is real. That's okay. Alright, well, thank you guys for having us. That was very fun.